Now, bro, you mentioned being in Clinton Correctional Facility in Dannemora, right? The world knows that that was one of the prisons that Tupac went to. That was one of the prisons that Shyne went to. Now, did you ever get a chance to meet them while you was in prison? When they came through while you was doing your bid, did you have any interactions with them? I'm familiar with that you did have some type of interaction with Shyne. Can you go into detail about that?
Yeah, I was in the same place that Pac was, but I never met him. I got there after he left. I was there with ODB from Wu Tang and with Shyne. Shyne was in the cell next to me, and Shyne loved playing ball, but he don't pass that motherfucking rock. God bless him. So all I could say about him is that, man, we was eating rice and beans and fried Jack Mac every goddamn day that we could. That's it. I used to kick it to Shyne late night, man, because we were, cell to cell. So we would be on the cells talking and on the gate talking, and he'd be rapping or putting me on to new music that he was writing. At the time, he had 5 songs for the YTC project, and the people that he had listed to join him on the projects, to me, was very interesting. And I never even got to tell him that. I don't know why. Obviously I thought we were gonna be around each other for a longer amount of time. But he had one song where he featured J-Lo, and he had another song where he featured Celia Cruz before her death. And those, to me, were interesting. And then he had some that were solo, also about YTC, that he spit on the bar, and I would just listen to. He was always talented, obviously. As far as ODB, a funny story is that I'm one of the first people that got him on the phone, not because I was running the phone, but because it was my turn to use the phone, and he had just got there, and he needed to let his people know, that he touched down and where he was at. And so I did him the solid. I gave him my slot, and maybe 2-3 weeks later, the same thing. I'm trying to get this project going, and I wanted to know if he could plug me in with anybody from Wu that was, doing film. And like RZA, RZA's a genius in many ways. And I'm thinking, I'm right here with ODB. Let me see if I could communicate with this dude and network. Your network is what? Your net worth, right? So I yelled up to his cell. He was in the company above me, on 5 company, and lower H block, which is also known as APPU. And I told him, yo, come outside. He's like, for what? And I said, so we could talk. He said, I get paid to talk. And word to mother, we ain't never have that conversation that I wanted to have, bro. I said, oh shit, that's some gangster shit this motherfucker just said to me, because it's true. He's a rapper. He get paid to open his mouth. There was this ugly as Foxy that would come by ODB cell and sing songs that he would have, playing on everybody's TV, because it's a TV jail, So you could hear BET playing in mostly everybody's fucking cell. And when she come through giving the mail, she'll be, oh, give me money, give me money, ooh, ooh, mocking him, Is that professional? Is that correct? Is that positive? Is that rehabilitative? What? I don't understand that, bro, It's just insulting. Listen, man, a lot of rappers, right? And this has nothing to do with the people that we just spoke about, right? This is just in general. You could just pick whomever you want, A lot of rappers, it don't matter if it's East Coast, West Coast, down South. What are you doing running around with AK-47s and AR-1s? And what for? Like you running around like you down with the cartel. I mean, I never understood that if you getting legitimate money, you gotta be in the streets too. For what? It used to be a thing that if you make dirty money, you clean it by getting out of the streets, right? Nowadays, dudes get $1 million signing bonus and buy all their friends an AK-47 and an iPhone and go on IG live chat and rant. For what? It's like people are becoming slaves to their lyrics, bro. And then they're becoming slaves to the character that they are advertising and promoting. And then they're becoming prisoners to that name, only to then lose everything, and become a number again. For what, bro?